everyone, my name's Lily and you're on the channel Just One More Page. And today I want to talk about my book haul. I bought a lot of books, so they're here. So probably for some time I wouldn't buy any. Let's go. And first of all, I wanted to talk about comic books. But it's Major Grom, The Plague Doctor by Bubble Comics. Bubble Comics is the largest Russian comic book publisher, which was founded in 2011. Major Grom is a Russian policeman from St. Petersburg. He is known for his original methods of solving crimes. He is too much brave and too much risky. And once in the city, someone starts to kill rich and powerful people. That man proclaimed himself the Avenger and said that he fights for people's rights. And our hero starts to investigate this case. In the books, you'll find a lot of blood and brutal scenes. It is R ranking, so it's definitely not for children, and if you don't like such things, be careful. In the comic, I love the story, the paneling, the color. That's really cool. Just look. It's marvelous. It was such a pleasure. I looked through the pages for hours and it was great. I can recommend these books for those who love superheroes, who prefer a lot of action scenes, and who enjoy dynamic detectives with hot social problems in it. Also on the 1st of April was released the film Major Grom, The Plague Doctor. I was so proud by Russian cinema. I liked the actors' play, their colors, their plot, the visual effects, the camera work, and a lot more. That film was not perfect, but I watched it and enjoyed it, and I think that it's worth it. That film has many references to Marvel or Cinema Universe and DC, but it is a unique Russian film with alternative St. Petersburg, and hope that there will be more films in the future, more such films in the future. Let's talk about other books. I bought Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro because the person which opinion I trust recommended it to me. It is a story about Kathy who, remembering her childhood in a private school in the scenic English countryside where the children were sheltered from the outside world. I brought up to believe that they were special and that their well-being was crucial not only for themselves, but the society that would eventually enter. I never read books by Japanese authors, though Kazuo Ishiguro was grown up in England, but I wanted to read something new, and I hope it will be a pleasant reading, and it's something new for me, and I want it to be a good experience. And I'll show you some Russian books, and first of all I want to show you The Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. It is a famous, fantastic Russian author, and this series of books, The Night Watch, uh, is known all over the Russia. Even those who didn't read it knew about it. It is a classic story about the confrontation of the good and the evil, but it has more meanings under the cover, and everything not what it seems to be. I wait with admiration to read it and show my thoughts with you. Then I bought Alexei Pekhov, and it is one of his most famous books, The Guardian. I think it would be a great adventure, and with a pleasant company of the characters, and time will fly fast. It's great that by reviewing to you Russian books, I discover something new and get rid of prejudices, because after some classic because after classic Russian authors, it hard to believe that nowadays there are good writers, and I'm ready to prove myself that I was wrong. Alexei Ivanov is famous Russian prose writer. His novel Tobol is, like someone said, is Game of Thrones in Peter the Great's century. This book is a historic novel with love and tragedy and politics and war, and that's a huge period in Russian history with many reforms, and this book shows us Siberia, what happens there, how people lived, how those improvements influenced their lives, the fate of people. Next, I'll show you Arc of Triumph by Eric Maria Remarque. He is a special writer for me. I read his book All Quiet on the Western Front, and that was something. I was such impressed by that book that I decided to buy all books by this author, and here we are, his next book. I think that I'll read it in May, and I wait with trepidation to start to read it. Some fantasy. Joby Crombie, The Blade Itself, and Brandon Sanderson, their Stormlight's Archive. I think it's time for me to start read some serious fantasy books by real masters. I love the covers of these books. It's wonderful. Just look. Of course, I heard about them from other bloggers, and yes, I also wait to read them maybe in the summer. And last but not least, Stephen King. I didn't read books by Stephen King previously. I watched only some films like The It and The Shining. I think it's all. Well, and I decided to start read King with his series The Dark Tower, and I bought The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger, The Dark Tower, Drawing of the Three, and Wasteland. It has many cross references to other King's books, but I think it's reader's intuition, and I'm sure that this book will be great and I love it much. So yes, I will start King with this series. Also, the cover, wonderful, wonderful cover, and yeah, yes, it's a super cover and super cover and what. And I like how the just love it. It's all for now. Thank you for watching this video, and once again I recommend you to watch the Major Grom, the Plague Doctor. Please write me in the comments what books you've read from this. Thank you for watching this video again. Goodbye.